Hello again, everyone, to another episode of the Big Brothers of Destruction podcast, where the ring is sacred, but the podcast is nothing but destruction. Okay, nothing but destruction, and that's what we're here to do. Is this honestly talk not so much in a destructive manner, because today's topic is something I find very dear to me. As while I enjoy watching live shows, I enjoy going to a live show every once in a while, but there's just something about when you go to a show and you can't hear the voices that you're so used to hearing when you're on TV. It kind of takes the element out for me. But what I want to take a moment is to champion the voices of wrestling. The people that we listen to day in and day out, that tell us these stories, that tell us the background of these characters, that get us invested, they drive us in just a little bit more than the actual wrestler themselves. And those are your commentators. Your commentators are the individuals that are, again, telling the story of the show, getting you invested into the characters. I remember Jim Cornette, I keep bringing this up. These are the people that buy you into why you need to watch this. And I was able to challenge my brother here into creating a top 10. And we're going to do it live rather than having us do the research, having us do all that in the moment, outside of the podcast. I want to do it in the moment and challenge him to see if he can create his top 10 commentators of all time. So, swag. Before we get into it, how do you feel the realm of how do you feel commentary in wrestling enhances the story, enhances the matches?
So, as somebody who frequently goes to indie shows that are locally around the Orlando area, and of course, being such a frequent watcher of wrestling, um, especially since we've done the podcast, like I have now figured out how I can get all of the wrestling I can in, so I could just have seen everything. I'm talking from AEW, WWE, TNA. Like, I'm absorbing. I'm just eating it. And what helps, especially when there's like kind of low points or it's like, man, something feels like it's dragging, the commentary keeps everything together. And a good prime example of how like when some like the commentary can make or break a show or make or break a match to a certain degree because of how commentary works and what it's supposed to do. If you have the right people doing it, it's great. But my current great example of that is, and I talked about it last week, when this whole situation going on with Chad Gable and the big the big American, and
Yeah.
Michael Cole and Pat McAfee's just back and forth banter, as like Michael Cole is all like, I'm not going to like feed foolishness because it's stupid. They're the same person, and the whole time he's all like, Michael Cole, I don't know how many times I have to tell you, they are two separate people. They're two different people. Like they're not the same person. I don't know why you're so fixated on Chad Cable being the big American when they're literally two different people. I don't know what to tell you. Like, you need to let it go. And I'm talking consistently. Like, it's hilarious. But it's stuff like that just like, man, it when you're watching it on TV, it just makes it that much more entertaining. Because like when you watch wrestling in person, though you don't have the commentary, it's the excitement of everything that's like going on around you, and just the energy that you feel from the crowd erupting and the big pop and stand there fucking eating and all this other stuff. Like, it is all of those things put together. It's like watching an interactive movie at like a movie theater. You know what I'm saying? Because you're in the stands, you're watching this thing, but and this thing is happening like how a movie does. It's just that In wrestling, unlike in a movie, the Captain America who is in the ring could point at you, or
Mm-hmm.
that the bad guy will actually come out of the ring and act like he's going to beat your ass,
Mm-hmm.
but
Mm-hmm.
get stopped and someone pulls them away, and then they go back. Like, it's because it's the interaction. And so for us
Mm-hmm.
people who are at home who can't get that interaction, we have the commentators to feed us what we need. And I could not imagine sitting here watching wrestling without commentators.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
Like, if you ever like to sit there to watch wrestling on mute would be crazy
Mm.
because it just doesn't work.
Yeah.
You can enjoy it. That I will say, what I probably could watch on mute, and not saying because like I want to, but because of the things that do happen, I could probably watch an AEW pay-per-view on mute. And I'm saying that as a compliment because an AEW pay-per-view is so unnecessarily hype for every single goddamn match to make up for the possible and normal bullshit that happens during the week. Not saying they haven't because they've been doing really good, like literally for the past month right now.
Tony
But
Storm can do no wrong. But go ahead.
but like but it's like AEW, because they're like strictly on pure action. Like,
Mm-hmm.
that's the only reason why I say you could probably watch it on mute. Which I'll bring it up later, but like
Mm-hmm.
I think I've kind of had like a little revelation about AEW versus like literally every other wrestling company that I'm watching. That
Hold
being,
up, in real time. Are you kind of telling me you're about to give AEW more praise?
it's not, I won't say that it's praise, but it's more
Okay.
so it's one of those things where it's like once I've kind of made this understanding, it has allowed me to digest AEW just a little bit differently
Okay.
because you have to.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
Will Ospreay is the one who has kind of sort of like made me really look at what he meant when he says this. And Will
Okay.
Ospreay, not to go fully into the week of wrestling, but Will
Yeah. Yeah.
Ospreay made
Yeah.
the statement of saying AEW is the place where the best wrestlers in the world exist
Mm-hmm.
or live. Not quoting him verbatim. That's pretty much what he said. The best wrestlers in the world live at AEW.
Mm-hmm.
And when you look at that statement at face value, it's almost hard to
To disagree.
disagree with him with what he's saying. AEW, I think, does have the best wrestlers in the world
Currently.
because you can watch AEW and from a wrestling standpoint,
Mm-hmm.
you there's it's impossible to knock them. All
Mm-hmm.
right? Purely on wrestling.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Now, this week aside, because AEW was on one,
Mm-hmm.
but usually pure wrestling and
Mm-hmm.
almost a wrestling only is the reasons why I lock in on AEW.
Mm-hmm.
Because the
Mm-hmm.
other bullshit they be doing, hit or miss. And it
Mm-hmm.
mostly misses. WWE, however, WWE has the best entertainers in the world. And that causes for two different kinds of TV.
Mm-hmm.
And that is my revelation of understanding why I love watching WWE and I sometimes tolerate AEW because where AEW fails to entertain, at least their wrestling is 1,000% solid. As we're in WWE, sometimes, and I'm not gonna say any names, but sometimes the wrestling gets a little booty. But
That's okay.
but the backstage promos, the stuff that happens throughout the night, locked in. To the point where you could almost say with WWE, you watch the backstage stuff, and if you really wanted to, you fast forward through the wrestling. In TNA, I'm sorry, in AEW, you fast forward through the backstage stuff because it's stupid most of the times.
Yo,
But you watch the wrestling.
it's so true. It's so true. That is actually factual, bro. Like, cause AEW's backstage antics, it often, unless it's Hangman Adam Page and Swerve and the Hurt Syndicate, those are the only two things backstage I'm trying to see what's going on, right? But like, they really don't have any good things that you can catch backstage that pulls you in. But WWE is really great at storytelling. The matches, just like you said, can be booty sometimes. Like, no offense, I'm gonna segue to this, we're gonna right back into it. Like, the match between John Cena and R-Truth, right? I don't want to call it booty, but it wasn't great. It wasn't the wrestling you would want to see. It's like, okay, this is a comedy match, or like this is just for like, this is a match that should be on a live show. This should not be at a pay-per-view right now. Like, do it for the crowd. Like that time CM Punk came down in the towel, like he's getting out the shower. Like, this is a one-off moment. Do that at a live show. Don't do that right here.
But like, the match itself was indeed a throwaway match.
Yes, very much.
But the story in the build up to the match worth watching.
Yes. Like, R-Truth would never win the title, but like, for 15 minutes, I'll believe it. You know, I'll believe it. Every kick out to knowing damn well like this shit ain't gonna happen. But I know you're saying all this to kind of even compare the voices of wrestling, how they kind of tell the story. So to you obviously feel like commentary is a very vocal point in watching wrestling. Like, if you just watched it on mute, you can't really get as invested into it as you would if you were watching it live and no commentary, right?
Exactly. Because like, you take away that, and then because when you watch it on mute, it's like you take away the reactions of the crowd and the commentary, then it's like, ooh. Which goes back to why it was difficult when the pandemic was happening, because we got the opposite, where we did not have the reaction of the crowd and we just had the commentary. And it goes to show it's a hand-in-hand thing for the most part. Like, I mean, it like, you can kind of do without one and the other, but depends on where you're at. Because from home, not hearing the reaction of the crowd but hearing the commentary, it felt like there was something missing. Of course, of course, being in a building where wrestling is happening and there is no crowd and no commentary, which the closest to anything like that is when I'm like, would go to like wrestling training, or kind of like when I used to train for wrestling and stuff like that. That's the closest to that I ever got. And it's like, even then, we're still being the crowd for the wrestlers. It'd be so weird if we just all stood around the ring and did not react to anything that they was doing.
You mean like the New Japan crowd sometimes?
Part of the reasons
nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that.
It's not wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with it. However, it is because they're just a different culture. But it's like, for me, it's like when I watch New Japan, Like, if I don't understand the announcers, man, that's tough for me to watch because it's like the crowd's not reacting or barely.
Mm-hmm.
They'll react off of like three things, and
Mm-hmm.
then it's like I don't know what they're saying, so commentary might as well be off. And it's just like, I mean, at least this match kind of looks cool, but like, man, I wish I
Mm-hmm.
had a little more. I wish I had something. Commentary gives you something.
It definitely does. It definitely gives you something that you normally wouldn't get in any other environment. And it's kind of it's to the point where, as a wrestling fan, I'm gonna sound weird, but sometimes, unless it's obviously in Orlando, I'm not gonna say no to it. But like, I probably wouldn't go to Miami or Tampa for this. But if I have an opportunity of going to a show, I'm probably gonna, if it's not in Orlando, I'm probably not gonna go and just watch it live, like watch it at home, because it's something about the commentary that still pulls me in. And I sometimes in my brain can't justify driving 3 to 4 hours for a show unless it's John Cena. Like, if John Cena's coming to town for the Tampa show, if I had the funds for it, I'm going to it. But you know, way my wallet work right now, it don't work like that. It don't work like that. But I
What a
say
John
all,
Cena this has.
nah, man, it's just, bro, this is the last run. I need to be in the. No, also, by the way, kudos to R-Truth real quick when he did this shit when he was doing the intro, and you know when he does the in any weather I'm never better. Your boy's so hot. You never, like, at that part he does the R-Truth killed that shit. I was like, bro, he did the entrance to the T. I was like, let's go, R-Truth. He hit that motherfucking shit. I was so hype, bro. I literally, I had a moment. But my man did it.
Oh,
You can say whatever you want to about me being a kiss ass of John Cena, or I don't give a damn. But he did that shit.
Listen,
He did that motherfucking shit.
it's. I mean, at this point in the game, it's a given. You've always been a John Cena rider,
Bro.
even even through the worst of times.
Yes.
He was part of the group of kids that would always say, "Let's go Cena." That's your boy right there,
Yeah. So I don't give a fuck. John Cena was that
Mister
cool.
Mister Mazaku, number one fan in the C Nation. I tell
First off, not number one fan, because I'm number one fan of the Penta. That I'm number one fan of that. All day, every day.
see
All
the
day, every day.
see the viewers don't know you as long as I have, because before there was Penta, there was John Cena.
I mean, yes, there was definitely John Cena, and I ain't got no shame in the game. No shame in the game. I know what I was doing, and I'm okay with that. Perfectly content with that.
Anyways,
But say all that to say the people, the voices that we know in wrestling are very, they're very important in that nature. So I wanted to bring up or ask, do you have, before we kind of go to the list, do you have a favorite commentator of all time in your hand that just boom pops up,
um,
just to give the audience an idea what could they expect out of this biased or favorites?
honestly, I still think, because I brought him up last time, but I think of all time, and granted, if I the only ways I'm going to be able to hear him now is I gotta watch fucking boxing and shit. But like Mauro Ronaldo, like he was way too good for what he was, and it kills me that JBL chased him away. Like, if he, outside of like the issues that he had with JBL, and I don't know if he had any issues like with Vince McMahon specifically, but like I feel I feel that like if he would have stayed and he didn't have like these personal mental problems that he had, like with depression and all this other stuff, because he was very open about the fact that he suffers from these particular mental illnesses and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
it's like if it wasn't for the fact of those type of things, kind of sort of like holding him in a certain in a certain likeness in a certain way, like I would have absolutely wished, but it's like I don't know who he would be with, especially in WWE right now. Like I would have like him and Wade Barrett would sound amazing together.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of thing. Like him and Michael Cole would be great, but I think it'd be too much.
Mm-hmm.
And because of the type that Michael Cole is, like it's like him and Michael Cole being together would be like having two JRs. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. But I
And
mean,
so
but here's the thing: Michael Cole could be a heel commentator too. He's done it before.
yes, but no.
You would prefer not.
Like
You prefer him as
absolutely.
the
Like
voice.
honestly, I would take. I think Mauro Ronaldo and Pat McAfee, they'd be amazing together.
You would not turn off the TV.
Absolutely not. They would be those two would be those chef's kiss. Like I wished I could hear that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And so just I loved his voice. I loved his enthusiasm and excitement, and he was so fucking quick with it. Like he would like come out and say certain things that were like he's made. I have to look back because I did not specifically like look back at his stuff, but there'd be certain times where he would make a comment. I'm like, all right, what the hell you know about that stuff, brother? Since when?
Brother.
Since when? Who told you about that information? Like, you ain't about that life. Stop it. Like, he was
Kind of
so good.
puts.
He's still good. He's just not in wrestling. He's in boxing.
And it's interesting you say that because, like, normally most wrestling fans from our era are gonna pick a JR and a King, right? Me, not necessarily the case. I'm gonna pick Joey Styles, obviously, because being an ECW guy, I gotta give credit to a guy who is able to play both sides of the coin, being the color commentator, in certain moments, and then being the play-by-play. And there is not an ECW fan in this world who, while JR is by God and he's broken in half, Joey Styles had, oh my God, and anytime he said it, you knew whatever the hell just happened was insane. So for Joey to be such a cool commentator, for me, it kind of felt like whenever I was listening to him or watching, obviously, the show, the product, it was like having that one friend who was here right next to you watching it. And you know how we always shoot the shit at the screen? He's shooting the shit at the screen and you're just listening to him like, this fucking guy. That's how Joey Styles Terry felt like to me. And honestly, if you think about it in that light, a lot of commentary is like that in general.
I mean, that makes sense. That's fair. That's fair. But like, yeah, because I mean, overall, commentary is like the driving force of the show when you're watching.
Outside of wrestling, yes.
It's like, oh yeah, because well, honestly, when you say outside of wrestling, actually no. Let me back up. Why do you say? What do you mean by outside of wrestling?
So outside of the actual, like, the wrestling itself is obviously the reason why we're watching it.
Oh, like out.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Outside of just the wrestling itself.
Okay, I'm thinking you're meaning like outside of like wrestling company commentary.
No. It's outside of wrestling itself. Like if you take the wrestling away, obviously there's no need for commentary. The main thing we're here for is the wrestling. The commentary is like you have the cake is wrestling. The commentary is the frosting.
Like that freaking Publix cream cheese frosting, the best.
The specific brand is crazy.
Bro,
So,
have you not had Publix cakes?
Oh yeah, no, I'm just saying the specific brand. You just like Publix over everything.
Yeah.
when it comes to them tenders, yes. Now, if they want to sponsor us in the future, I'll eat some of them tenders right on cam. Be like, look, Publix Deli Tenders.
It's brought to
Go
you
get
by
you some.
Publix. Listen, if that one guy, I forget his name, but he's like the local Florida man on TikTok. If he ain't got
Yeah,
sponsored by Publix, nobody's getting sponsored by Publix.
especially because it's a like not being a Florida thing, but us being in Florida. Yeah.
Because he represent Publix beyond this small little shout that we've done, and Publix ain't did nothing for him yet. So it's like, I don't want to think that. Although you doing that just reminded me.
I just rubbing my arm. I didn't say nothing.
Okay, but you rubbing your arm and doing that reminded me, which I'll talk to you about it after. But like, I finally watched Sinners.
Oh, you finally watched Sinners? Let's fucking go. All right, we definitely gotta talk about that. All right, so but getting back into commentary, right? So you have me as Joey Styles, you as Mauro, and with this list, I want you to, when I bring up each person, I'm gonna randomize it, right? It gave me up from 1 to 20. I'm just gonna randomize the names. And if you want to write it down in your phone where you want to place them or whatever, that's cool. But I'm giving you a chance to at least process who it is. And then I'm going to go to the next one. Okay. So,
okay.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you the name. And then you're going to say from 1 to 10, you're going to say 10. Right. And then you're going to say 5 or 3 or 1, whatever you want to put it. Right. So, first one, Kevin Kelly.
Kevin Kelly. I'm trying to remember who that is.
He was in WWE as one of the guys backstage who did interviews. He went to Ring of Honor at one point, and then he's now one of the voices of New Japan. So he started off in WWE eons ago.
Okay, I recognize the name, but like, he did commentary.
He does commentary now. He never did it for WWE. Maybe on like a Heat or something.
Then he has to go at 10 because I don't watch enough New Japan to have heard him if he's over there.
No, you don't have to put him, because again, this is going from a 20, so it doesn't have to be. You could be like, no, I don't want to put that on because we got 20 people we're gonna go through. So you could be like, okay. Nah, not at all. Move on.
Gotcha. Okay, so then yes, keep it pushing.
Okay, keep pushing. All right, William Regal.
Yeah, keep it pushing.
Keep it pushing. Okay, Corey Graves.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep pushing.
Damn.
I ain't gonna lie to you. Like when Corey Graves first started announcing, I don't give a fuck about no Corey Graves as an announcer. The only reason why I've given Corey Graves a little bit of a chance is because he's with Carmella, and I care about her. So if she cares about him, I guess I'll give him a fucking chance. Carmella leaves him, ditching him ASAP.
That is crazy. Okay, but I will say this much. I will agree with some of them that you said keep pushing. Even though Kevin Kelly, I do like him as a commentator. I'm not even gonna front with that. I do like him as a commentator. I don't know if I can say he's my top 10 yet. I can't. I'll have to revise it. But he's definitely got a solid standing where he is. He is definitely a good commentator. This one I'm not too sure if I'm familiar with, or maybe you. Tom Phillips.
Tom Phillips. I can't remember where I know the name. Like I remember the name. I can't place my mind on his voice off the top of my head right now. Where was it? Where did it say that?
I think he was. He didn't say where he was from, but it says like Tom, Haffen is his like actual name, but I guess known as Tom Phillips.
Tom Phillips. Jesus, who is this motherfucker?
I mean, you pull him up. You Google him real quick.
I mean, I'm not going to. We're just going next. Keep pushing.
Okay, next. All right, next. Keep pushing. All right. Let me see here. We got Wade Barrett.
Wade Barrett. Oh
Mm-hmm.
yeah, we're he's definitely because I have an idea of like a bunch of announcers that I know that I do like. I'm gonna put Wade Barrett in at 10.
Wade Barrett at 10. All right, so
Yeah.
Wade at 10. Um, for me, I'm gonna keep it pushing for right now. I Wade Barrett is great. I just really wish he had had a longer run as a competitor. Like I really
Oh,
feel
of
like we,
course. He deserved 1,000 times more than what the fuck he got. He
yeah,
should
that's
have been a
facts.
world heavyweight champion. He
Yeah,
was a great intercontinental champion. Bad News Barrett was great TV and cinema.
yeah.
But in fucking Nexus, like
And I will say, you know, John Cena did fuck that up.
very much
You
so.
know, he did fuck that up. So,
Let's talk about it.
we can definitely talk about it. But so you have that. Okay, Werebear, he's kind of in that area for me, a potential. Next one, Vince McMahon.
Vince McMahon. Um, I like him, but I don't like him over Wade Barrett. So,
Mm.
well, next one.
I'm actually gonna put Vince as a 10 because Vince as a commentator, he was pretty good to me.
He was.
That's just me.
I I liked it's one of those things because I know because there's I have a bunch of other announcers in my brain. It's like Vince McMahon because like now that I have Wade Barrett, it's like is Vince McMahon better than Wade Barrett? No, he's not for me. But I do like him. And Vince McMahon was more of a person where I liked him because of who he was commentating with.
Mm.
He's a good team partner, but not the
Mm-hmm.
best commentator.
Got you. Um. Okay, if that's the case, then how about Matt Striker?
Next.
What? Oh, because you didn't watch Lucha. You didn't watch Lucha. You didn't watch Lucha. I will respect that. You did not watch Lucha. All right.
He wasn't bad when he was in WWE. I did enjoy his play by play, but like there's better.
I want to say for me, because I'm typing him down now. He is a 5. He's
Mm.
5. He's 5.
Oh, he's that
I
good
want to
on
say he's
Lucha,
5.
huh?
He's really good to me in Lucha. I'm sorry. He's to me. I keep trying to tell you, man. One of these days we got to take a day. We just binge watch some Lucha, man. You'll
Listen, I
see
already
it.
told you. Like I am all June. I'm binging Lucha,
I
so
cannot fucking
it's
wait.
going
I'm right
down.
here with you. I'm locked the fuck in for some Lucha, bro. Just because there's certain matches I want you to see, and I'm just like, you know how when you introduce your friend to that, like you show them something, you're like, I know you,
Because don't get it twisted. Like it's not that I didn't like Lucha Underground.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
just
yeah,
that I didn't know it was fucking happening
yeah. It's
at
like
the
by the
time.
time you knew what was happening, it was done.
Like literally by the time kind of yeah, like I'll never forget the way I found it was when was living in the apartments with Antonio. We had cable, and we only literally we had cable so that we could just watch wrestling type thing. That was like the only
Mm-hmm.
time we actually used cable. But it was
Mm-hmm.
like we
Mm-hmm.
had cable, and there was like one random time that we was like going through the channels, and then we're all like, "Wait, there's wrestling on this channel?" And I remember like it was ooh, I can't remember what he called himself on there now, but it was
Um.
Ezekiel Jackson.
Oh, he was big. Dang, big Rick, Big Rick.
Okay, yeah, like Big Rick. I'm like, oh, that's Ezekiel Jackson. That's our last ECW champion. And
Mm-hmm.
then Johnny Mundo was on there,
Johnny,
and
yeah, Johnny
then
Mundo. Yep.
and then there was Prince Puma. I did see a little bit of Penta. Um, then there was damn, what's that girl's name? The Spanish luchador. She's
Sexy Star.
Yes, that was the one I was looking for. But yes, Sexy Star. I remember seeing her the first time on there, and but the one part of the team with Timeless Thunder
Eva.
Tits. Fucking
Oh, not Thunder Rosa wasn't on there.
yes, she wasn't.
No, not that I remember seeing her. If she was Thunder Rosa, if she was on there, she probably wasn't Thunder Rosa. She was somebody. Oh no, she was the Moth sister, Marty the Moth sister. That's who she was.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
because I remembered seeing her there.
Yeah, she is. She was there, but she just was not Thunder Rosa.
Gotcha. I didn't remember what her name was at the time, but
You good?
and I think wasn't Brian Kendrick there as well?
No, but there was a guy who looks like Brian Kendrick. Um, I can't remember his name. He's bald now. He was teaming with Angelico. Which is crazy because they had such a great tag team there, which is unfortunate for Lucha as well. When they were a tag team in Lucha, could do no wrong. When Lucha was over, they don't exist. So it was very unfortunate because they were doing some insane stuff in Lucha, and then to get to AEW, nothing.
Is
But
that
that is I don't know if that's the curse or whatever it is with Lucha. But continuing the list. So Matt Striker. Okay, I said 5. Nigel McGuinness. Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Think about it. Think about it. Yep. Mm-hmm.
I'm pass?
What? Not you're passing on Nigel McGuinness? Even during his time with NXT, you didn't like his commentary.
No, I did. I love me
Okay.
some Nigel, but he's not better than people because like this week I
Okay,
have
you're
thought
okay,
of
okay,
other
okay, okay,
announcers,
okay, okay,
and
okay.
it's like Wade Barrett over Nigel McGuinness, which
Okay.
sounds kind of crazy, and I know it sounds crazy, but I am Wade Barrett over Nigel McGuinness.
JR.
JR. He makes the list, but I'm trying to figure out what number. Honestly, I'll have to put him at 2.
I will agree. We could power shake on that. Make a powers handshake.
You know, just
Mega
JR.
powers on that one. 2 is JR, definitely. And it's just JR. That's kind of nostalgic more than anything because it's just JR. Like you can't say no to him.
I
He
can't even say nostalgic. It's not even nostalgic. He's just good.
yeah.
Like I even liked him when he first crossed over into AEW kind of thing.
Mm.
However, when he crossed over into AEW, he did start acting a little. He started commentating differently.
Mm-hmm.
Like when he went to AEW, it's like I think when he went to AEW, it was all like, okay, I feel as if that with the way that he is in AEW, I think this is what JR like who JR really was supposed to be. Because they have people in their ears the whole time when they got the headphones on.
Mm-hmm.
And especially in WWE. And JR always talks about how this man's just fucking was blasting his ears the fuck out and all this other stuff. And
Mm-hmm.
you know. And so it's like because of that, like a lot of whatever JR was saying and doing and promoting and going on about, it was being spoon fed to him, and to a certain degree at least. But then like in AEW, where I feel as if they had a severe lack of spoons or just eating utensils all around. Um, JR was literally just doing his own thing, and it was just not as exciting. Like even when AEW would get super exciting and hype, JR was not. Like there was no boom shooters like, oh man, that's good. That looks like it's gonna do some damage. And it was just like, oh, okay.
What happened to the
All right.
flare?
Yeah, like all right, that's whatever. Okay.
I feel like it's also because of age. He's not like, oh, like, because that also puts a lot of pressure on him too.
I don't want to blame it on age because I feel as if that's cheap, but it very possibly could just be, he's an old
He's just
man.
tired, bro. He's just the old man. He's not, he's not as equipped to do what he used to do on the mic. And it's to say, even as he's not even an athlete. He's just a person talking. But that still takes a lot out of them to be constantly doing that all night, right? So you got JR. We got the good old Paul Heyman.
Now, Paul Heyman's someone I actually did not think about. On a hindsight, so here's the problem when it comes to Paul Heyman. It's hard for me to separate. It's hard. It's hard for me to look at Paul Heyman as a judge of how good he was for what he did, as opposed to how much I fucking hated him when he was doing it.
When he was commentary?
God, I hated Paul Heyman on the when Paul Heyman and JR when they were doing their thing. I hated Paul Heyman because Paul Heyman would just always say this he was such an asshole. And like him and JR like a match is going on and I swear they're about to come to blows with each other. Cause like JR's like, would you shut the hell up? Well, why don't you make me good old JR? Like and they just go on and on and on and just be at each other. It's like, Paul Heyman, just shut up. Just shut up. We got a match to call here. It's like Paul Heyman just, just being the jerk that he is. And it's like, it's hard for me to see past Paul Heyman on a
Being a
fan
dick.
level. Well, not so much. It's like me saying how much I hated him is the fan in me. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Because that means Paul Heyman did what he was supposed to do. You were supposed to hate his guts. You were supposed to want JR to beat the fuck out of him type situation.
Mm-hmm.
But the problem is, I hated him so much that as an adult doing a podcast, it's hard for me to say he's in my favorites list because I hated him.
I hated Triple H growing up, but I respect him now as an adult.
Yes, you do. And I respect Paul Heyman as a person, but it's like I hated him so much. Let me put it this way. I hated Paul Heyman so much I could not enjoy him doing what he was doing as a commentator kind of thing. As where with Triple H, yes, I hated the fuck out of Triple H. But there did come a time where I could appreciate and enjoy him for how much I hated him. That just never happened with me with Paul Heyman and his commentating. So it's like, I can't tell you how good his commentating was because I was too busy saying, Paul Heyman, shut the fuck up. I can't stand your ass. Like, it's like,
if that's the case, it sounds like he's not on the list.
I mean, I could give him honorable mention because boy, oh boy, he did his job very well to make me absolutely abhor him. I loathed that man at the commentating. And when he finally got his just deserves, it felt so good. But then he bounced back from it way too quickly. And I felt like, man, someone needs to beat the shit out of him again. Because that first time was just not enough. Like when JR got his comeuppance, got his lick back, I'm like, JR, you need to get 5 licks. Cause that one, like, that wasn't enough. JR, you need to get on that nigga and ground and pound his ass. Like fucking but yeah. I'll give him the honorable mention.
Okay.
because that's how good at his job he was.
Okay, so honorable mentions for you. Honorable mention swag. All right, so Mike Tenay.
Mike Tenay. He's high. He is definitely high up there. I'll put him under JR.
You putting Mike Tenay under JR? That's insane.
Fam.
How about this? Before I tell you, before you can tell me, this is the part where I told you this was when the list started disrespecting people, because it put him and the next person I'm about to tell you as an honorable fucking mention, and I was like, bro, yeah, bro, I was pissed. Like, are we not saying TNA's golden era of commentary was not like at least
That's
top 10?
That is rude. That's absolutely rude.
Yes. But continue. What were you about to say with Mike Tenay?
No, I was gonna say, like, because as a TNA fan from that particular era, Mike Tenay and his partner, both of them, everything. They made TNA total nonstop action. Like, they were
Goddamn right.
And as someone who would go watching TNA live was fun, but it's like watching TNA live, and I definitely did this. I would, especially because of the way that they did it back then, because they would like record it on like Tuesday.
Yeah, record on Tuesday. You watch it the next.
And then we would watch it when it came out on Thursday or whatever. Yeah, no, I would watch it. Like, anytime I go to a wrestling event nowadays, like if I went to go watch SmackDown, I don't go watch it back on TV. I just watched it there. I don't go back to watch it. TNA, when I watched TNA in person, I watched it when it came on TV.
Well, that was also a reason for that too, because they also did like tape certain matches that this would happen this week, but actually that next match they just taped in front of us would actually be next week's match. So there was oftentimes you wanted to piece what the week actually looked like.
Well, they did do that sometimes, but you would know like when it was going from like one point to the other kind of thing. But it's like, but even then, because usually if after you've seen it, it's like, you know what the matches are, you know the outcomes, you saw all the backstage promos. But I still watched it because it's a different experience watching it with Mike Tenay and what's his name?
Don West.
Yeah, I was about to say Don West,
which was the other honorable mention.
So they put the TNA guys as honorable
mentions, and that was disrespectful, bro. Absolute disrespect.
I would put him I'd put Don West like number like maybe 4 or 5.
Which one are you standing on, 4 or 5?
I'll put him 5.
Okay, 5. All right. Okay, Don West, number 5. All right. You gotta be kidding me.
There it is.
Don West doing that, man. It's the equivalent of the oh my god for Tony Styles for me.
And I also like, and what also speaking of like with Don West, I also like because there's like that short amount of time when he was just being like a complete dirtbag, like he was just being the most shittiest person ever and whatnot. And him and Tenay were like butting heads. That was good. That was good shit.
Tenay has a good voice for commentary. While it's very much on the higher pitch side, it makes a lot of sense for the high impact moves for your voice to elevate to that level, because it's like the oh my god moments, and especially the high like intensity. Anybody's voice or anybody's tone should match that, and a lot of what Mike Tenay did, it really matched the matches.
Yes, absolutely. No, you're absolutely right on that. Ow, that hurt. Damn. Slap my hand.
He hurt himself, y'all, for picking Don West over Matt Striker. That's what he did.
Wow. Okay.
So from there, Pat McAfee.
Keep it pushing.
What?
I'm not putting him on my top 10.
He
I am
is
not.
good though. He is
Yeah,
good
sure. He is.
though.
He is
So you say he's not better than Wade Barrett?
absolutely not.
Oh, come on. He's
Let
literally
me
the
put.
reason why you brought the topic up though.
So here's how. So there are, when it comes to when I'm looking at my favorite announcers, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's there's a situation where there is the announcer and his
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
sidekick. Okay,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Michael Cole is the announcer.
Mm-hmm.
Pat McAfee is his sidekick. Pat McAfee is not is not and could not and probably never will not do what Joey Styles can do.
Real quick.
You can't put Pat McAfee on there by himself.
You're correct. Real quick. I now remember who Tom Phillips was. Tom Phillips was a previous commentator for WWE and currently is the commentator for TNA.
Oh, yep, that's all right. Okay. He still gets next, but
Okay, go ahead.
but yeah, no, like for me, okay, with how I look at it, like Joey Styles, right? Joey Styles commentated by himself, okay, and it was great. I've heard Wade Barrett commentate by himself, and it was great. Pat McAfee cannot carry a show and commentate by himself. It would be stupid. Pat McAfee is a great sidekick. Jerry Larry the King is a great sidekick. Taz, to me, is a great sidekick.
Okay.
Ain't no way you can look me in my optic stems and tell me you sit there and listen to Taz commentate solo.
All right, you got a point. You got a point. So he's basically
So
the equivalent of that to you. Okay.
he is the sidekick. Because whether if we want to admit it or like it or not, but there are some rare occasions. But there's the announcer, the commentator, and there is his comical sidekick. Now, every once in a while, the comical sidekick is better than the commentator. My point on that, Bobby the Brain Heenan, Vince McMahon. Okay?
Okay.
Or Jesse the Body Ventura, Vince McMahon. You see the common? You see who's the sidekick? Or really the sidekick? And I don't put him on the list very much so, but still. And it's no, I'm gonna withdraw that one because it's to me they're both kind of sidekicky. Because what I was going to say was Macho Man Randy Savage and Vince McMahon, but they were both the sidekicks because there was JR.
Yeah. You got a point there.
So
okay,
that's where we're at.
So how about this? All right, Josh Matthews.
You know, the farther we go onto this list, I'm like, I don't think they're going to say any of the people that I really like right now, because I haven't been keeping count. But we've gone pretty far into 20, and there's some names that have not showed up that are worrying me.
We're almost there.
But I'm gonna next them.
Okay. So we now have Mauro Ranallo, which is obviously number one for you.
He is indeed. He is number one.
Okay. Michael Cole.
So Michael Cole. I'll put him at 7.
7, Michael Cole 7. Okay, Michael
I'll put him
Cole
at
7. Okay. Michael Cole is 7. All right. So Michael Cole is 7.
7.
Gorilla Monsoon. I'm now extending the 20 list, but continue.
Oh. Wait, so we've passed the original 20 list?
No, we're like at 15, but I'm extending
Oh,
it because
oh, oh,
I
oh,
just I thought of some people that's not on here. Like Booker T's not on
oh.
here.
If we're at 15
Mm-hmm.
and we're
Because we don't even got Booker T, and Booker T, he's not on the list. So I was like, Booker
that's
T's one.
interesting.
Josh Matthews is one, because these are people from the era of wrestling we've watched. You know what I'm saying? Because Josh Matthews is definitely not on the top 20. But I wanted to see where he was in your mind.
So, and who is that we were on right now? It's
we are on Gorilla Monsoon.
Gorilla Monsoon. I'm gonna have to next him.
Okay. Bobby the Brain.
He makes my list. Where do we put him? I put him right above Michael Cole.
Okay, so he's a 6. Okay. I'm gonna say next.
Okay, all right.
I'm gonna say
that's
next.
fair.
Cause like while I enjoy it, I never got to enjoy it, I guess, the way some fans would. And I just didn't see it. You know what I'm saying?
You know who's another honorable mention that just came to my mind, and I don't know if he's on that list? Mr. Perfect.
Oh, I did. You know what? That's a person I would think of, but yeah, they were not on this list. You know, and it's funny for the next for the one we just brought up was the brain. The next one is the body. Just imagine as a commentary team, the brain and the body.
That would be crazy. It would be way too extra, way too much overstimulation. That's having Jesse the Body Ventura and Bobby the Brain Heenan sitting at the table together. That's a lot. I don't think it's ever happened to my knowledge, but man, that's crazy.
It would be the functioning body of the WWE, because you need the brain and the body. The functionality of that, like
I can literally hear fucking I can hear Jesse right now. It's like, when you got the brain and the butt, just
yeah.
I would have to
over
put
body, bronze over brains. You know what I'm saying? Like all that shit could go on. Like, oh yeah, so much. But yeah, the body.
Jesse. I put him at 4.
I'm putting him at. I know I'm probably gonna get crit. I'm gonna have to re-advise this. He's going for 8 for me. 8 for me. 8.
Okay.
And I feel like it's just because I haven't had the chance to bounce around who, but right now it's 8 for me.
Fair.
But Jesse, the body, is for you. Okay. Tony Schiavone.
That's pretty tough, honestly.
I'm gonna keep it a buck. He's a 9 for me because I wasn't a WCW guy. And granted, I know him and I've heard of his commentary, and it's not bad. It's just.
So we're gonna have to make a correction. Wade Barrett's out. Tony's in.
Damn! Let's go. Okay, Wade Barrett's out. Man, that's crazy. All right, I'm keeping up with your list, by the way.
And the craziest thing is the fact that I never watched WCW.
Yeah, same. I mean, I watch some stuff,
So
but like not a
this,
lot.
so this is me getting Tony Schiavone strictly from AEW. And if
Mm-hmm.
he is as good as he is in AEW, then maybe I need to go back and watch some WCW
He
because
was.
I like Tony Schiavone.
He definitely was as good as he was then, 'cause especially he was going over Goldberg matches. Oh fuck yes, absolutely.
Like when it comes like looking at the announcers that they have at AEW, Tony Schiavone, um, um, what's his name? Goddamn, we just said his name earlier. Is the one that he does, the one that's always on Collision, who's about to have that
Oh,
match.
Mike,
Just
Nigel McGuinness.
Nigel. So
Mm-hmm.
like him and Nigel are such a good combo. I fucking love them. And so it's like, and they're both great announcers.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, him and Nigel, absolutely perfect. Freaking and when they have like the four stack announcers, when they got Taz and what's
That's
his
too
name with
much
the
at one
mask
time, but
on,
yes. Oh yeah,
I don't mind it.
Excalibur is actually, and here's the thing, he's number 7 on that list.
Excalibur.
I do not feel like
Hey,
Excalibur is a number 7.
Excalibur doesn't make my list, but I do like him. But it's like I will pick Tony Schiavone over Excalibur every single time. So
Okay, so we have that. So since we're on Excalibur, where do you pinpoint Excalibur?
oh, he don't make my list.
Okay, he don't make
I
my
like him,
him and me either.
but he
Yeah,
don't make
I
it.
like him. Yeah, pause. But Taz.
Taz barely makes my list.
Mm.
But the reason why he makes my list is because he is a good partner.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. For Michael Cole, for Mike Tenay, for Excalibur.
Yes, like he is a good sidekick.
He's a good wrestler, color commentator, because you know how when they always want to put a former wrestler in the role,
Yeah.
he's that one. He like where it's Wade Barrett, where it's King, where it's Taz, where it's Nigel McGuinness, like whoever was the former wrestler doing it, to me, he's one of the best ones.
Uh I'll give him that.
He's one
I
of the best
I
ones. Yeah.
will easily give him that. He is definitely up there. And I'll even say more so, he is definitely up there as far as like the modern ones kind of
Mm-hmm.
thing. Cause like I would say like other some of the other wrestlers who I don't put on my list, but I feel were better like a Mr. Perfect kind of thing. Like
Mm-hmm.
though Mr. Perfect he didn't do it a whole bunch, but like I really liked when he did it and how he would do it kind of thing. Like
Mm-hmm.
so now the other one who I don't know if he's on there, but like when talking about like a old wrestler who used to freaking I'm not gonna lie, kind of fuck with Don Callis. Like he don't make my list, but like he kind of does it
Don
for me
Callis is
sometimes.
a good one. Don Callis is a good one too. Because especially when he was in ECW as well, he was a good one.
Oh, I didn't know he was on ECW.
Yeah, so at one point when Joey Styles, he had a secondary commentator. It's like near the scale end of the show, but he did have a commentator with him.
Okay, and that was
And
him.
that was
Okay,
Don Callis. Yep. He wasn't
I
Don
didn't know
Callis
that.
then, but he was the flip. He was, so his role is what they wanted to do was TNT wanted to constantly censor the show or whatever. So he was basically, his character was, he came from the execs and the people from TNT to make sure we censor the product. I forgot what his name, like his role or whatever it was, but he was pretty much the TNT enthusiast, right?
Oh, okay.
And he did everything by the book. We're gonna do this, we're gonna do that, and we're gonna make sure we talk big about how to properly do certain things. But Joey's like, no, we should be extreme. We should be raw. We should be uncut. That's not for the network. That's what it was. The network. It took me a moment to remember it, but it was the network.
I actually just looked it up, just to look him up real quick, and I he looks really good for us. He is 61 years old. I would have never guessed.
Never. But he's done a lot
I
of
would
stuff in
have never.
WWE, from WWE to TNA to ECW. That man got around. He was somehow always
Listen,
able to stay employed.
him cutting his hair bald is what makes him look so much younger. Because there's some other photos of like when he was doing the old man thing, still holding on to the hair, and it's all like, ooh, yeah. I'm
Stop
glad
it.
you got rid of that.
Yeah,
I'm
stop
glad
it.
you went ahead and just
Mm-hmm.
let it go, let it go. So,
Yep.
but man, looking at him when he used to have a lot of hair, different man,
He like a
completely
douche.
different man.
Complete douche.
That too, but
So okay, but you said Don Callis is not on your list at all, right?
no.
Okay, not on your list. All right, cool. Sorry. All right, so that's okay. This one, it says he's on the list, but we've never watched him. It's Lance Russell. He was a part of the Memphis crew. He was, if you watched NWA.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not familiar with him.
Okay.
I have heard the name before, but I don't know him.
So let's go over some people, because your list is not completed. So let's go over some people. Joey Styles. Where's Joey Styles on your list?
Joey Styles. I didn't really care that much about him either. Like, yeah, no, I'd probably end up nexting him.
Okay.
He wasn't bad, but like, he wasn't. He didn't necessarily. He didn't turn pages.
Okay.
For me.
Okay. All right. So you said, but Mauro is yours, right? For number one.
So what does my list look like right now? Like, what am I missing?
Give me 1 second. I got you on. I'm just trying to put all the names in properly. What happened? Why can't I find his name? Okay, cool. So your list right now consists of, let's see here. So we have number 10 is Tony Schiavone. You have 9 is nothing. You have 8 is nothing. You have 7 is Michael. 6 is Bobby. 5 is Don West. 4 is Body. 3 is Mike Tenay. JR3 and Mauro and Arlo as number.
Oh, JR's 2.
Yeah, JR's 2. Excuse me. JR's 2 and Mauro is 1.
Oh, Taz. I put him as 9.
Oh, you did? Okay, I thought you said you didn't make the list. Sorry.
No. Taz makes the list.
Okay.
I was saying the fact that there were other like wrestlers that I feel like could have been better commentators. But they would only do it for like they only did it for like a quick or a hot minute type situation. Whereas like there wasn't enough for me to truly go on for me to be like, oh no, I'm gonna pick this guy instead of so.
Okay. You're missing 8. And you put Bobby at 6. I think I'm missing 6.
Bobby is 6 and Michael Cole should have been 7 if I remember correctly.
Yep, Michael Cole 7.
Okay.
So I'm missing 6 and you are missing. I don't think you're missing anything else after that. Oh, 8.
I'm just missing 8.
Because I put Bobby as 8. I put the Body. Oh, no, put Bobby as. I put Jesse the Body at 8.
I'm trying to think of who they might not have.
So
said.
we do have Booker T. Yeah, Booker T is an option.
So, oh, and you know who we didn't say?
Who?
Unless we said it and I didn't realize it.
Who?
It's Jerry Larry the King Lawler.
Oh shit! Yeah, we didn't say King. No, we didn't say King. Wow. That's fucked up.
Exactly.
That's
And I'm
fucked
like,
up.
wait, what?
That's fucked
Why
up.
was he
he
wasn't
actually?
on
No,
the
no, no,
list?
no. Wait. Let me go back to the list. No, he is not.
Wild.
Yep, Jerry is not on this list.
Absolutely wild. That is stone cold crazy.
Yep,
No
not on this
Jerry
list.
Larry the King.
Mm-mm.
Wow.
And they even picked William Regal over here, which is crazy. I'm like, I don't even remember William Regal doing shit. Like, I don't lie, I don't care. I don't.
It's funny because like I put Jerry Larry the King and Booker T in the same spot.
What would that be?
They both of them would tie for number 8 for me.
Okay, but you got to pick one though.
If I have to pick one, I'm probably going to pick Jerry Larry the King.
Okay, the King. All right. King for me would be 6. King for me would be 6. Cause there ain't no way. Ain't no way in hell. I forgot that shit. I feel like ass right now. God damn. So right now we got as a list. 10 is Vince McMahon for me. 10 for you is Tony Schiavone. 9, I didn't do a 9 yet. Okay. 9. Oh, let's see here.
Double rainbow all the way.
I would say Tony is 9. Tony's 9 for me.
Good old Schiavone.
Tony's 9 for me. You got Bobby the Brain for me at 8. The King for you. The King for you. Paulie is 7 for me. Michael Cole 7 for you. Bobby the Brain is your pick for number 6. My pick is the King. Matt Striker is 5 for me. Don West is 5 for you. Bobby the Brain is 4 for you. Actually, I'm not even gonna disrespect the King like that. What the fuck am I doing? Hold on.
He said,
I'm not even disrespecting the King like that.
my man said, "Oh, slow down, grab the wall."
4 is King. God damn it. 4 is King. Let me reset. 4 is King.
Damn, we already making them changes.
Yeah, 4 is King. Who was it? We just mentioned somebody and I had to reswitch that. Let's see here. Freak. Don West is 5 for you, right? Don West is 8. Don West is 8.
Listen, how did this reverse in his like like you're all like, I think I got this boy now, and all of a sudden it's like, wait, he's done. Well, damn, I'm not done.
Shit.
Oh no.
No. Don West. You said King is 6, right? You said King 6. No, King. No. King was 6 for me. Excuse me. Don West is 6 for me. Bobby is 6 for you. My apologies. I was looking at it wrong. Don West is 6 for me. Don West is 5 for you. 8 for me. 8 for me. We went over Booker T. How about this real quick? Mick Foley. Mick Foley place anywhere for you?
Mick Foley did commentary?
Hell yeah. It was very brief. Very brief.
Mick Foley, he doesn't move the dial.
Okay. Jim Cornette.
Almost.
Actually,
but doesn't move the dial.
Jim Cornette is my 8. I'll do that. Jim Cornette, that because Jim Cornette, he said some wild shit, and I love it as a commentator.
Boy.
So official list. And I'm gonna go off of like me than you. All right. So Vince for me at 10.
Also, when you do that, I just want just as an interesting thought, when you say like your what was your 10 and then my 10, and you go down the list, imagine them being the commentators for wrestling, just to see
Okay.
if those would actually be good matches.
But here's the thing, because like in some of them, we completely shook hands on both of them though. So it's like, how would that work?
I mean, then it's like that
That mean
just
that
means
person
they're
can do
that
it by
good of an
themselves?
announcer. Or even more so, be like, would you listen to that person by themselves?
All right, bet. So, all right, Tony Schiavone and Vince.
Tony Schiavone and Vince McMahon would actually be great, I think.
Oh my God, he's going over the top rope. It's
I
gonna
feel
be
like I
okay.
feel as if it would be good, but I also feel as if that they would like there's a small bit of me that feels like they might actually kind of sort of be the same to a certain degree. Like
It'd be
like
almost the
I think
equivalent
they
of
would give
JR and King, and JR and Vince together.
yeah, it would be.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it'd be a tolerable. I think it'd be good.
Yeah, I feel like it. I feel like it would, because Vince is the play by play, but so is Tony. So that's like interesting situation. So, uh, guys in the comments, y'all let us know, how would y'all feel about Tony Schiavone and Vince McMahon? I'm curious. Tony Schiavone and Vince. All right, number 9, Taz and Tony Schiavone, which we already see it already.
We already know it works.
It already works. All right. Oh my God, this one is insane. Number 8, Jesse the Body and Jim Cornette. Oh my God.
Oh, man. Overstimulated. It's buck wild. It's crazy. It's so good.
That show is insane, bro. I'm sorry. That show would be insane. Oh
Because
man.
from Jesse the Body constantly dunking on Jim Cornette, and Jim Cornette just getting pissed off at Jesse the Body and whatever's. Oh my god! Oh, that's.
It's
I
like, okay,
wish.
so you remember how you were saying Paulie and Jim JR? It was like at that borderline, like, man, I want y'all niggas to
Oh
fight. It's
yes,
that, but
100.
it's not that. It's not all the way there. It's like they throw jabs that are good enough to say, all right, cool, that was a nice jab. It's a nice jab.
Yeah. Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah. Because JR and Paulie were swinging.
Yeah,
They're
they
at the
was just
point, yeah.
just they're doing just the straight haymakers. Just
You know, I don't. You know how the street beef they stand punching. You know, dumb videos people be fighting, they be stand punching. No way, shape, or form. Yes. Or another good example in hockey. You know, when in hockey they start fighting, they start grabbing each
oh,
other's
they just.
jersey. Yes, that was JR and Paulie the whole fucking night.
Oh
Oh
man.
man. So next one, which I can see is very tolerable, Michael Cole and Paulie.
We got a taste of that at WrestleMania.
We did, and that's what I'm saying. It's tolerable.
It it could happen. It could happen, and I feel they'd easily make it work. Like it,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
fuck with that one.
So number 6, the Bobby the Brain and Don West.
I feel. See, the problem is they are. I feel like they'd be
The
too.
same
They're
person.
yeah, they're too much alike, or at least like it's one of those things where they're both heel, for lack of
Well,
better terms.
also is the fact is that with Bobby's commentary, it would not match the TNA background of like the "you gotta make it, baby," like, you know, seeing stuff like that. That's what made Don so cool as a
Yes,
commentator. Yeah.
it'd be one of those things where they would actually end up be like I think those two together would end up making Don look more like the JR to Bobby the Brains Jerry Larry King.
He would have to, it would have to be that, literally. There's no other way it would work, because you can't have Don West be the play-by-play and then him be, well, excuse me, you have to make Don West the play-by-play, and make Bobby the heel, because is the best at doing that.
Mm-hmm. Like, it'd be doable. It's one of those things, like, it'd be doable, but you're wasting one or the other's talents just a little bit.
Exactly.
There's a better combination.
Which is funny to me, because when we go to 5, it's Matt Striker and Don West. And I feel like because of how Matt Striker is as a commentator, he's basically a little bit of a watered down version of Mike Tenay. I'm not even gonna lie. I would say when I say watered down, like, not in a bad way, it's like where Mike Tenay is the more tenured version, or the more veteran version.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like a lot of his inspirations went to Matt Striker. Does that make sense?
Okay, I see. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I feel. See, it'd be one of those things where I feel that if those two being together, I feel like Matt Striker might get, like, now this is also me with a slightly limited Matt Striker experience, but I feel that Matt Striker might get like what's the word I want to use? Not outshined, but like
Absolutely not. Once you start watching Lucha, you'll see what I'm talking about in his commentary style with him and Vampiro. Which, I'm so sorry, Vampiro. Oh fuck. God, Vampiro. Oh man.
Save it. Just save it.
No. Actually, he's not on it. I don't think he's on it.
Okay.
I don't think he is, but it was just one of those people I had to think about, like, damn, like, that's another one. Fuck. Oh man, but he might be on there, because Vampiro is the equivalent of, you know how Corey Graves is a dick, but he also is somewhat of a play-by-play, because he's the equivalent of the former wrestler who is now commentator, right? So just like any of them, because Taz, to me, if we're talking about, okay, so yeah, Macho Man, which we didn't even say Macho Man, by the way.
You don't have to. You don't have to.
Yeah. So out of the equivalent,
God bless him.
Yes. Out of the equivalent of wrestlers who are previously and who are currently commentators, whatever. So let's think about it real quick. Mr. Perfect, Macho, Bobby the Brain. Because wait, no, he was a manager only, right? He was only a manager, right? Okay. Mm-hmm. So Jesse the Body, Taz,
Gorilla Monsoon,
Excalibur, Vampiro, Matt Striker, technically. Who else we missing?
There was David Otunga.
Fuck no.
And you know who else we did not bring up? Who? When you're thinking about freaking Coach.
Former wrestlers?
He's not a former wrestler, just another announcer.
Coach, Coach was better as a personality. And he had the dumbest fucking theme song. Like, you thought Silk the Shocker fucking rapping was ass? His theme song was ass. Okay. Sorry, but getting back on that. To me, Taz is the top for me.
Mm-hmm.
Vampiro will be second or third
when it comes to, like, your wrestlers who are announcers.
Because Booker T, I want to say, is 2. I want to say that, but it's mainly because of the suck it, duck it, quick, all that dumbass shit. He makes it funny. He makes it funny.
Don't get me started. We're not ready to talk about that bit yet, because I got some things to say.
Oh yeah. All right. I didn't know Booker T was the Kool-Aid Man. That's crazy.
Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah, man.
So next up is number 4. Big. Number 4 is going to be Jesse the Body and the King.
It wouldn't work. It wouldn't work.
would it work?
This is the first dud of all of them.
Why would it not work?
This one's no, it just because it wouldn't. They're way too extreme personalities. Like they would start off and it would actually just come to blows, and then it would be a wrestling match. Like they just would they couldn't.
Well, wait. Which era of JR though? We talking about Puppies era, or are we talking about when he toned it the fuck down a little bit?
Period.
Okay.
Like,
I was just curious.
Now it'd be much more worse if we're talking like the early all the way, pretty much all of Attitude Era King with Jesse the Body. Hell no, that definitely wasn't gonna work. Maybe later on King, when he kind of sort of like when he like kind of calmed down and he wasn't specifically with JR, and and he wasn't hollering at the ladies as strongly. Kind of, but I still feel like it still wouldn't work for him.
Okay.
Like now maybe like late King, when King was
with Michael Cole.
When he was with Michael Cole, and like he was in that era where like if someone messed with him or Michael Cole, he'd stand up for him and was like, all right, now you're not gonna do this in front of me. Like, okay, maybe, but then it wouldn't be as fun anymore.
Yeah, because you kind of need the craziness that was King.
Exactly. So it's like it's just that's the first dud.
All right. Well, number 3, we said both Mike Tenay. Both agree on that one.
And Mike Tenay could do it by himself if he needed to.
He could.
He's that damn good. I got a picture with him.
That's dope. You're gonna have to show me so I can put it on the video.
I gotta find it.
Okay.
I know where to look though, so I'd be able to find it easily.
Bet. Number 2 is JR. But I don't feel like JR. Yeah, we both had JR. Yeah.
Okay.
Part of me feels like I can't watch a match solo with JR just only. Like I could, but like I feel like it's missing something.
It will feel like it's missing something because JR is, if I were to quote Neo, he is a movement by himself, but he is a force when he is together with somebody else.
I'll agree with that. Thank
you, Neo. Good song.
And then number 1, which I feel like there's no way in hell, like this should be the commentary for an AEW show, right? Joey Styles and Mauro Ranallo.
Oh, it's way too hype. It's over the top. It's intense to know. Mauro Ranallo and Joey Styles would kill themselves on an AEW pay-per-view. They'd get halfway through and you just hear like the sound like it's just a because they've died because of sensory overload with the wrestling. Oh my God, Mamma Mia! Just fucking.
It'd be like, oh my Mamma Mia!
Literally, they'd be at the same time. Just like, listen, like, if you want to hear them losing their shit, put those two watching a very lit MMA fight. They put them as MMA commentators. Oh my goodness!
The sky's
I would watch MMA just to hear them react to the knockouts. Mamma mia, it's all over. Oh my God, did you see that? It'd be so good.
It would be a crazy show, and I'm kind of curious of what other people would say about that. How would you feel about this list, guys? Could you see some of these combinations of commentators together in a show? And if not, how about this? Give us a team, and I don't like the 3s, I don't like the 4s, I like 2. Two is how much it really should be. having 4 people is a lot. It's a lot going on. It's like, it feels like it's the homies though. It do feel like the homies are watching the show together. It does feel like that, but it's just, it's something special about it, like the 6-sided ring. Like, you should not take it away, but you did.
That's fair. I feel that.
Because the 6-sided ring, knowing how much it may have hurt the wrestlers, and unfortunately I gotta respect that, but it's just like, when you took it away, you took TNA away a little bit. Like, the 6-sided ring era is honestly the best era of TNA. Just like how a lot of people say the Attitude era of WWE is the best era, the 6-sided ring era of TNA is the best TNA.
100%. But they be trying. Like, they're doing some things right now.
They are.
Like, I've been watching. Now, I will say I did miss it this week, but I do want to go back and watch. Because, like, right now... Tonight. Oh.
I think it's a pay-per-view tonight. Hold on.
Not a TNA pay-per-view. There's 2 pay-per-views tonight. It's Battlegrounds for NXT.
Okay.
In the AEW pay-per-view.
I do remember seeing...
And so, which is the first time in a minute where I'm like, wow, so they really out here competing pay-per-views right now. NXT is going up against what is it, All Out? All In?
AEW. No, I'm trying to pull up no, hold on. Oh, they're in Canada right now.
What, for TNA?
TNA's in Canada.
TNA doesn't have a pay-per-view tonight.
No, they don't, but they're apparently in Canada right now.
Yeah,
they're doing the
they
border
are about they are about to have a pay-per-view coming up soon, because the Hardys are supposed to be going up against the Nemeth brothers.
Against all odds.
Yeah, they're going to be going up against the Nemeth brothers, because the Nemeth brothers managed to take the titles from them. However, it's like there's the Hardys are at a deficit, because apparently Jeff Hardy is not allowed in Canada for some reason. Well, I say for some reason, but we know why.
As a Under Siege, that's what it was. Under Siege just happened Friday. That's what it was.
So they already had
the pay-per-view thing? Yeah, that was the pay-per-view I was talking about. It's Under Siege, and that was Friday.
Oh shit, I guess now I have to go on. But like, see, that's the thing about this week. This week there was so much happening with wrestling at one time. It's like, it's hard to be able to just talk about it all in one freaking go, bro. Like, first off, WWE giving the biggest middle finger to New Orleans and the biggest middle finger to Dwayne Johnson. I can't believe WWE has literally undone and erased everything The Rock has created and promoted throughout last year. Everything that The Rock did last year, or prior to WrestleMania, doesn't matter, doesn't exist. It's been wiped clean. And the fact that it's all the way down to the point where, hey, you know how we were going to have WrestleMania in New Orleans? Yeah, we're not doing that anymore. But maybe one day we will, and as a consolation prize, you guys can have Money in the Bank, huh? Money in the Bank in New Orleans in 2026. Ooh, that'll do it for you, right? You like that shit. Yeah. I've seen conflicting information. But from what I'm seeing, or at least the thing that I've seen the most, and it could be wrong and it might change, but like, they're saying that they're going to keep WrestleMania in Las Vegas for next year too. And even more so, they're thinking about making WrestleMania just always be in Las Vegas, which I think is stupid. It's
booty.
It is the word. But
Hoodoo.
But the problem is, money talks.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody has a price, and
Somebody's gonna
nobody.
pay.
Well, in this particular case, they don't want to pay. They're trying to skip having to pay certain things, possibly. But it's just like, man. And let it be known, people have bought WrestleMania tickets. So I'm wondering what happens with those.
Refund. They have
Do
to.
you think they get the refund?
They have to. If they're not
Could you
gonna be in,
imagine?
if, huh?
Because that, listen, WWE would have to refund like, I think the last count I saw was like over like 90,000 tickets.
And that's what they're gonna have to do, because if they do go to Vegas, people, while those people can buy those tickets, those people came in mind to it being in New Orleans, right? So they may not immediately have people refund them, but they may say like, hey, if you would like the option to refund, give you the refund back, right? So that way they can start reselling those tickets and ensuring there are more people who are going to go. Because yes, they say these people bought those tickets. Some people can be dicks and be like, well, I bought the ticket, might not go, and then now, it doesn't look as full of a house as it should be. That's just where my brain is going.
Maybe. Like, it's funny because a lot of people are all like, they're not going to get that refund back. They're going to credit them. And I'm like, they better not. Like, I
Oh
hope they
yeah, that
get
would
their
suck.
refund. But
That
even
would
but
suck.
for me, what I feel is going to be the wild thing is the fact that, like, and I know I would be pissed if I went and I spent a whole bunch of money on WrestleMania tickets, right? And then they change like they did. And then when I go to buy the same tickets, they're more expensive. Heated. There is no level of anger I can describe with words on how mad I would be if I'm like if I spent $3,000 to get floor tickets, which that probably might not actually get you floor tickets, but which is crazy to say. But
Mm-hmm.
it's like if I spent $3,000 to get floor tickets, and then I go back and they're all like, "Hey, floor tickets are now 4,000." Fam, suck my
Uppercut.
dick, suck my dick from behind, brother. Like that is absolute foolishness, dog. Like exactly, I'm giving the same fucking stank face because it's wrong. It's absolutely wild and ridiculous.
No pause is crazy. Anyway.
Listen, I never pause. That's just what it is. It is the universe does not have the attention span to be pausing all the fucking time. We live in a world where we need things right now, so we either are going to stop in about face or we're just going to drive the train straight
Resume.
through.
Just
So it's like
resume. Press play.
not even not even resume. Like as you said, we broke the start button.
Okay. Okay. Well.
But like with erasing Dwayne Johnson stuff and then going into the fullness of this week, I'm gonna try and keep it plain and simple with some of the things that went down. Number
Mm-hmm.
one, that horrible accident with the women's match where old girl destroyed her leg.
Oh yeah. That unfortunate event.
Man, that shit looks so painful.
That's
Your
kind of
leg
how
don't
my
get
knee felt after at my sumo match, actually.
listen. Your leg does shouldn't bend that way, and Zoe, her leg bent hard. Like I don't know if you heard it, but it was like I was doing something and I just hear her screaming bloody murder. I'm like, oh, like I actually have to look up and see what exactly got fucked up on it. But it's like with what happened to her, remember when freaking Psycho Sid did the jumping off the top rope big boot and he broke the fuck out of his leg? Yeah, it reminded me of that. It definitely reminded me of that. But
To this day. To this day.
yeah, it's painful, painful.
To this day.
But one thing I did want to also bring up when it came to Raw, and I find it kind of funny, Gunther right now giving off really big Vegeta vibes right now.
How so?
Real big Vegeta vibes. So when he came out there and he's talking to Logan Paul, right? He's like, Logan Paul, you're gonna go and you're gonna fight and all this other stuff, and because they had like this little thing, and like Gunther started talking about how, like, listen, you see this as a business. All of this that I see this as being very personal, kind of thing. And he was like, you going to fight Jey Uso and trying to take the belt from him? If you do that, I'm going to take that very personal because I don't want you. It's like, though they tried to make it say that he doesn't care who wins, Gunther made it very obvious, like, listen, if you beat Jey Uso for that title, I'm really going to beat your ass because you're taking that opportunity away from me to beat Jey Uso for the title. And I'm not okay with that. And I'm like, damn, if that is not the biggest Vegeta energy, because Vegeta, especially early Vegeta would be all like, no, you don't do shit to Kakarot, all right? That's my job. I'm supposed to beat his ass. I'm supposed to kill that clown. Okay,
man.
that's for me. So if you think you're gonna go over there and beat Goku, I don't think so. You gotta run through me before you can get to him, because I'm supposed to get to him. And I'm just like, all right, Gunther, I see you, bruv.
That is definitely very big Vegeta energy. Very,
Big
very
Vegeta
big
energy,
Vegeta
dog.
energy. Yep.
Super. And so now, also, I did want to make the fact that, Finn Balor
He
got
got
the
a
pin.
W.
He got the pin, and I think, and this was the only thing I noted about that, they gave his rap song back. Finn Balor's entrance music, it's a rap song.
Yeah. No, that's the New Day's theme. Not New Day. Judgment Day's theme. The Judgment Day
No.
has a rap.
The Judgment Day does not have the rap song. That's Finn's theme song with the rapping in
The
it.
new one. Yeah, when he came out to the
Because
Royal
like
Rumble with.
because they kept doing the thing where it's like they'll let him have it, then they take it away, then they let him have it, then take it away, take it away, and I'm like, and then they gave it back to him this week, so I'm like, okay, let's see how long this lasts. But then, speaking of rap songs, and I was so disappointed at this on NXT, Trick Williams
Again. He does not need to do it. He does not need to do it. He does not have that gift.
Let me just say that Booker T is mentally ill, because this clown, through the whole rap song, being his hype man, yeah, tell him. I'm just like, Booker T, shut the fuck, please, Booker, stop. Booker T, this isn't good. It's not good, Booker T. Stop it. You're doing way too much right now. And he's so into this track. It's like, you just an average Joe. Yeah. You're just an average Joe. I'm like, oh my god. Come on now. Like, yeah, man. Just, oh god. But like, Trick, man. Number one, he forgot the lyrics to his song. Lost all of my credibility right off the spot.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? He forgot all the lyrics. Or he kept forgetting the lyrics. Number two, he's rapping on top of the lyrics. So the lyrics are actually playing and he's rapping into the microphone. And his rapping, he's rapping with no confidence. So it's like where the background vocals is all like, he sounds like this. Him on the mic, he's like, yeah, like he's trying to rap. It's like when someone's trying to rap to a song, but they don't know the lyrics, so they're trying to listen to the lyrics and say them while they're rapping at the same time. Type deal. That's what he sounded like the whole time,
As a
and
rapper,
it was
you
bad.
understand how important that is to not
Yes,
have to rap over lyrics.
yes.
So do you see it?
And then if you're gonna rap over lyrics, at least sound like you know your fucking lyrics, bruv. Which he didn't. It was bad. I'm sitting here. I'm like, I am embarrassed. I am embarrassed as an artist.
And this is how
This
I
is
felt with him and the Ethan Page. And he made those two songs. None of them were hits. None of them were good. But how is it Ethan Page actually makes the good song?
I don't know.
Trick, you need to stop rapping. Don't do it. No. Look at me in the camera real quick. Trick, I admire you as a wrestler. I enjoy who you are. Don't pick up a fucking mic anymore, okay? Or if you do, probably have somebody ghostwrite your shit. Like if it's you, no. No. Cause whoever wrote Ethan Page's shit was actually fucking good. Yours, poodoo. Okay, poodoo, straight poodoo. I have no problem saying that. As a former rapper myself, you don't want the smoke, so just put down the mic. Put it down. Don't pick it up.
Yeah, that definitely killed it for me on that one. Like, but then when we flip the script and we go to AEW, AEW probably had one of their best weeks this week, kind of. Cause man, let me tell you about this Hangman Adam Page and Billy Goat uh uh um promo that they had on AEW. Fam, that was some of the most powerful, most
Storytelling.
precise and beautiful storytelling in promo I have ever seen. I would be willing to say that was like promo of the year all around. Like
Mm,
I don't think anybody is beating that segment.
mm,
I don't think anyone's beating that.
mm,
And this is with the Cody stuff.
mm.
Like like Cody falls short of the Billy Goat and Hangman. Cause when they're talking and freaking our neighborhood Billy Goat Osprey, he's just like, I need this. It's like I want this. You know what I'm saying? He's talking about like how he wants to be able to take the belt back home, and when they do the big show in London, he can show the belt off and wear it proud amongst his people and blah blah blah. And then Heyman Page comes in. He's all like, "Listen, I hear you, and I see what you're saying, but there's a difference between you and I. You want this. I need this." When Hangman Page, the way that he said, "I need this," oh, I felt that shit, bro. Like you could hear. Oh, my little alarm went off. But like you can hear it in his voice how badly he needed this. Like I could go on forever about that promo. That promo was fucking beautiful. It was so good. I absolutely watched it twice. I never do
Damn,
shit like that.
twice. That's good. No, it was a really good promo. I ain't gonna lie.
I literally had to watch and listen to that shit twice because it was that freaking good. E- I I don't think anyone's good. I don't think it's possible for anyone to top that right now because the promo and then the story that goes with both, it's so solid, it's so good. And the thing is, I know they're going to deliver on it, which is why I'm at this crossroads right now because AEW's pay per view is happening. I'm pretty certain it's happening at the exact same time as the NXT pay per view. Now, of course, I'll be honest with you, I'm probably going to watch the NXT pay per view first because I have to pay for the AEW one. So
Mm.
there's that. But at the same time, I definitely am going. If it wasn't for the fact that I had to pay for it, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I might have. I probably would have picked AEW over NXT tonight.
I'm gonna watch I'm gonna watch AEW because I'm gonna watch it on that one site. Because yeah,
But like, I mean, so will I. But it's like, as far as which one I'm going to try and watch first, like, I'm going to watch NXT first. I'm gonna just
mm-hmm,
keep that simple. However,
mm-hmm.
as soon as I can get through NXT, or if NXT does some stuff and makes me feel like, you know, it ain't gonna be worth my time, which I know is not going to happen because NXT is NXT and they stay NXT. But like, if they give me just a little inkling, I'm going to
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to AEW because I
Mm-hmm.
know the AEW pay per view is about to be fucking lit. Because then going on with AEW with all the shit that they got going on, MJF finally being a part of the Hurt Business, all that shit happened
Cedric
and went
Alexander
down.
is coming to AEW soon.
That part, like, then we have what was it? Looking at my little notes that I had here. Fam, I'm going to call it. I'm it because I saw, I think I heard it in the promo, but like, I think Mercedes Monet, I think she's about to be on her way to bankruptcy. I
Oh,
feel
by
it
losing
coming.
these belts.
She's about to lose everything. It's coming. I honestly believe it's coming. She's
But do
not
you think
going to
they'll create a?
win.
You think they create a gimmick off of that now, where she's bankrupt, like how is happy Corbin and sad Corbin?
I'll be sad if they don't. I'll be it's like I'll be sad if they don't, but I also don't think that she'll be able to pull it off because she's well, but
Poodoo.
you said it.
I said it for
I
you.
mean, I said it. I mean, yeah, yeah. There's no. It is what it is. But now skipping over Collision a little bit because Collision in comparison to that lit AEW where they ended with Anarchy, an impromptu Anarchy Reigns brawl at the end of the
Mm-hmm.
fucking show, like Collision felt like the Sunday Night Heat before the pay-per-view. I will give Mercedes her props because the promos that they had
Mm-hmm.
freaking with top guys, and the fact that Danny Garcia is about to team up with what's his name to have that match and stuff like that versus FTR.
You can't say that
Like,
man name without doing the dance, bro. You can't.
if I wasn't hungry right now, I probably would. And it's also hot in my room, but so I'm gonna let you enjoy it. But like, all the promos that were on Collision were on point and were really good, like surprisingly good.
Mm-hmm.
Is like it was one of those things, like the promos on Collision were so good that I'm like, the wrestling was just like, I mean, the wrestling was nice, but like, once again, it just felt like it was the Sunday Night Heat before the pay-per-view. Like,
Okay.
these felt like these were the pre-matches going into what's going to be this crazy lit pay-per-view that I definitely am going to be watching at some point tonight, kind of thing.
I
And then
agree. I
Saturday
gotta I
night
gotta
main
watch
event.
Jurassic World and then I'm watching wrestling. That is now the move, apparently.
Jurassic with
The series, Maddie wants to want to introduce me to Jurassic World. So I was like, all right, cool. Well, wanted to watch. So I really wanted to. I just want to have a chill day of just like I'm just gonna do the things I haven't done, play video games or whatever, watch wrestling, and then I'm like, oh shit, there is a wrestling pay per view tonight. Bringing it up now. So I was like, okay,
there's not
cool.
up. It's not
There's
up.
two.
There's
Oh
two.
no, I'm not thinking NXT right now. Anyway,
Damn. Wow.
so there is a pay per view tonight, and like I was saying, because you again, this is a match with two characters. I mean, again, I like Trick Williams. He's cool. I don't give a fuck about Joe Henry. I don't give a fuck about him.
Which is unfortunate for you because he's what's happening right now.
I know he is, and I just can't get with it. Anyway,
It's okay because not everybody liked John Cena when he was hot too. So cool.
I would never get it tatted, but I will keep it up anyway. Um,
The fact that you had to make that note is very like. I feel like
because
there's a story behind that.
some people get certain things like that tatted on them. That's besides the point. Anyway, so to get back to it, I'm gonna watch Jurassic World, and then I'm gonna spend the rest of the night watching AEW because that's just what I'm gonna do. Anyway, so with the wonderful world of wrestling as well, we did also get a return on SmackDown, which was the Wyatt Six.
Ah, yes, because I did fail to see and pay full attention to SmackDown, but number one, that the last match of SmackDown absolutely lit. Probably the littest thing that happened in WWE wrestling this week. And then for it to end with the Wyatt Six, even more fuego. I was because I was like watching it, but because I was completely distracted, I snapped to attention when that shit started popping off. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
ah.
And they did that because it was Bray's birthday, which also, happy belated birthday, Bray. Obviously, you're not with us for us to celebrate, but it was if you didn't notice it at the end when they had the birthday cake in the ring, it was to
Okay, I
that was
did
for
notice
Bray.
that, and I
Yeah,
was
he
like,
even
I
said for you,
questioned
Bray.
it. I did question the cake. I was like, wait, why the fuck is there a cake? But
Play
of
whenever
course,
you
at that
play it
time,
back.
huh?
I say whenever you play it back, you can literally hear Uncle Howdy say "for you, Bray," and he blows the candle.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
got it. Yeah, because I am going to watch that SmackDown over because
Mm-hmm.
there were some things that I feel that I definitely missed that I wanted to take a look in because I know there were some interactions with Alexa Bliss and my queen. Um, and
Yo, Tiffy called her the fuck out. She was like, yo, how are you actually in the money in the bank category? Because you was like before, man, that's a cheat sheet getting up there. Why the fuck are you competing for it? And you literally see Charlotte say, okay, you got me there. Yeah, you got me. You
called
literally
her the
see
fuck
it.
called her the fuck out.
It was
Kind of
like,
like how a couple weeks ago when New Day was no, like right after the pay per view, and
mhm.
Michael Cole and Pat McAfee was like, yeah, kind of like how you guys cheated in your match, to keep your titles, and then they was all like, whoa, how dare you? Because didn't you just try to cheat to try and beat Gunther? And they
Mm-hmm.
that's besides the point. That wasn't that's not like well no that definitely was cheating.
Yeah,
Y'all
that definitely.
you went out there and you held his foot. That's exactly what we did. But you're calling that cheating? But not what you call it. Okay, all right. Double standards. All right, cool. Fam, fam, they got their ass on that one. They had to be like, let's just get back to the match. I was like, yeah,
Yeah,
get
shut
back
the
to the
fuck up.
match. Shut.
Shut the fuck up.
But you talking about
Oh.
people returning? Boy, my boy is back. Saturday night main event. Brunson Reed, my guy. Brunson Reed. Boom. Fucking tsunami. I am
Tsunami was clean.
crystal. Crystal.
Clean.
Clearwater, Florida clean, buddy. Which as I'm talking about as far as how the water looks. I can't say whether the water, but
I know
you
what you
get where
mean.
I'm getting at.
I know what you mean.
Like, oh my, listen, I was confused because I'm like, wait a second, Brunson Reed literally put you on the shelf, and I like how like
Braun Breaker.
Brownathan standing there like, all right, boy, what you gonna do? We jumping. All of a sudden, Seth Rollins comes around, stand down, big dog, nothing but love here. I'm like,
And I'm like, ooh, it's looking like
oh,
evolution more and more now.
oh.
Seth is Triple H, Braun is Randy Orton, and Bronson Reed is totally Batista.
He's totally our Batista, and
He's Batista.
I am here. It's funny because it's like, because you're like me. I'm seeing an evolution thing, everybody else is seeing, which I feel you probably be more familiar with it. Like, I guess Paul Heyman had like this dangerous alliance thing at some point in life.
In ECW, he did have something of that, which I mean, it is resemblance of it, but like the memes have always it was Shield first. Because they took the photos of Seth and just replaced Paul Heyman with Roman and
that dumb
Dean
shit.
with that dumb shit. But then now I was like, nah, because Seth is he's CrossFit Triple H, okay? He's sinister with what he does. He is somewhat a cerebral assassin, okay?
Yes,
but he doesn't have the Triple H build. And he doesn't have the ability to do what Triple H did because it's a different era. So he is the equivalent.
I dare say that he I dare say he performs better than Triple H.
I mean, he does absolutely.
Okay, so I'm not. That's not as hot of a take as it may sound.
No. I mean, Seth. That's why I say he's CrossFit Triple H. Triple H was big, so he couldn't do some of the things that Seth does. But Seth is a balanced player. He could turn up to one of the other notches he can't get up. Triple H is all brawn, but he is smart, but he doesn't have the athletic ability to do some of the things that Seth would do. But Seth, as if you were looking at the roster and you were like, hey, I want to pinpoint certain people to be that, like how we said Dolph Ziggler with Shawn Michaels. Remember how we used to say that?
Mm-hmm.
Seth is Triple H.
Gotcha.
And I don't know. I think Batista is Latin of some sort, correct?
Yeah, he's
okay.
He's Spanish in him.
So I find it interesting that even with now I know Bronson, he's not Spanish.
No, he is Australian and he's got Polynesian in him.
But he kind of looks like that. You remember how when Batista came in, he kind of looked like he's like a stockier version of what Batista looked like when he first came in.
I mean, I'm picking up what you're stepping in.
Yeah, that's why it kind of fits. The only thing that didn't fit at first was because technically Braun Breaker really he has the Batista look, but he has the Randy Orton youth. Like he's the youngest out of the group.
Yeah, so it's like physically, he is definitely he's actually a weird combination of like Batista and Randy Orton. He's got Batista's strength with Randy Orton agility.
Randy Orton the chipness of
the agility.
Yeah, agility, yeah.
And the technical prowess to a certain degree. Because Braun can get technical when he needs to. Doesn't have to, because he's got all of that with Braun. So good old Bronathan Breaker. But yeah, no, that was such a pop for me. I'm so glad that he's finally back, because I had this realization, like, man, I'm kind of lacking like boys right now in WWE. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, go ahead. Get it out. Go ahead, say it. Get your paws out. Get your paws. Get your paws in. Because you can't help yourself. God damn it. Because, niggas can't drink or, eat glizzies these days without someone trying to pause the situation. Everything is being made to be some kind of gay and homosexual undertone. You know what I'm saying? Me blinking twice is like, damn, bro, you fruity? Like, what's going on, buddy? Why are you fluttering your eyes at me? Pause. Go ahead. Get it out of your system so I can continue.
No, I'm good.
No. Say it. Pause. Pause me, damn it. Pause me for that.
Okay, well,
Pause me for saying that. Go ahead.
Here's the thing. Even if I did it, it's not. It wouldn't be genuine now. It's not genuine.
Oh, it ain't genuine now.
It ain't genuine. Okay. That's forced.
Oh, it's forced. Okay. All right. Okay. but you ain't gonna pause the force, huh? You know what I'm saying?
Oh my
Because
God.
because ain't no man should be forcing nothing unless it's on another woman or towards another woman,
Hey
right?
yo, now
You
you
know what I'm
now
saying?
you borderline in there. Now you
Now,
borderline.
I'm borderlining. Maybe I should pause you for borderlining, huh?
This
So you don't know which side you tilting on now?
you're not gonna stop me from doing it. It
I
was like
no, it's
I
fine.
literally
I don't have to. I'm not going to. I'm just going to blow past it because at this point,
that's what I did.
I'm just trying to help you get it out. Pause. There you go. That better? You feel good? Does that make you feel better
No,
now?
no, it does
Huh?
not. It does
Mm,
not. It
it
does
does
not.
not. Oh.
It
Oh.
does not.
Okay. Oh, sure. Okay. All right.
Moving forward.
Anyway, goddamn pause culture. Jesus.
So
Monkey. Love it.
so in a nutshell, give me your thoughts on Saturday night's main event as we close out the episode.
I mean, the only other bit that I will comment about Saturday Night Main Event is, man, why can't we just let Jey Uso have a goddamn match? Literally, since he's beaten Gunther, he has not actually had a successful full-on match without some BS happening. He
Because
got
whoever he goes against, he shouldn't be beating them clean.
Yikes. That is absolutely terrible. And absolutely the worst for his title run and character because he needs to be.
I know.
He should have been able to beat fucking
Logan
Seth
Paul.
Rollins, but no, that was an interference. And then there was another match that he just had, and once again, there was another interference. And then he has to fight with Logan Paul, and what happened? Oh, but literally every single match that he has had up until this point has been an interference of some sort, or the match ends up being called off because of disqualification. Now, granted, he did win this match because of the interference,
Yeah.
and I'm just like,
Just no clean
can we,
pins.
can we stop disrespecting this man, and can we let him be the champion that we're really wishing and wanting him to be to some degree?
Yeah.
Like at least Kofi got some respect in this particular manner. He actually cleanly won some goddamn matches. He beat a couple of people. Right now, Jey Uso has not successfully defended his title. I mean, on paper, he's successfully defended it
So here's the
because
thing.
he did get
It
the
could be a
pin.
couple of things. Some people may not want to take the pin clean. They might be like, look, I'll take the L, but it can't be clean for my character. You know what I'm
Sam,
saying?
I don't think we live in that era of wrestling anymore, especially in this upper echelon. Okay. Like, there's no more, that's not going to work for me, brother. That don't happen backstage. That does not happen anymore. Motherfuckers in and easily not in WWE. Can't be. People get paid way too much money to be on some, that's not going to work for me,
I feel like
brother.
if anybody
Like,
did do it, it would be Logan Paul, though.
Logan Paul makes probably makes more money than most of the WWE people because, unlike the people in WWE, Logan Paul still has all his social medias in
Mm-hmm.
his, he posts his videos and stuff like that. You know, like everyone else in WWE don't get that kind of freedom, or can do any of that, and he's generating plenty of revenue in that avenue to pay for whatever he wants. And so I don't think Logan Paul has any stock, or even more so, needs to. Listen, Logan Paul has his own hydration station sitting outside the ring. Okay? Logan Paul has had his logo in the middle of the ring displayed for the universe to constantly see at all times. All right? Ain't no wrestler has any of that. Ain't no wrestler has any of that.
I mean, that's
If there
facts.
were to be anyone to want to say that's not going to work for me, brother, it would be the other wrestlers, but definitely not Logan Paul. Like, everything works for him at this point, because for him, any publicity is good publicity for him. People are going to hate him just to hate him, and then there's people who are going to love him, are always going to be his fans, and he's good.
I'm
But
gonna be a
like,
fan of Logan Paul. I don't give a fuck.
I don't think
Of his
there's a
wrestling.
whole his wrestling is great.
Yeah, I had
But
to
it's
put
like
that out there.
I don't think there's a whole especially in WWE. Now, some could argue it different for AEW, but also AEW still kind of runs like an indie promotion.
Mm-hmm.
And so like I've been going to a lot of indie promotions recently. And I have seen firsthand. I have seen the that's not going to work for me, brother. I've seen it plenty of times. And it's pretty interesting to see. But it's like I don't think it's happening in this upper echelon as far as the wrestlers go. Now, when it comes to upper management, that might be a different story. Talk to him, Dwayne Johnson.
But outside of that, I mean, when it comes to Saturday night's main event, did you feel like it was a good show and how it closed off in the interesting week of wrestling before we get into these pay-per-views for tonight?
I mean, I think it was okay. I don't think it Saturday night main event to me, outside of Brunson Reed coming back, that was to me the biggest pop of the show.
The night for you?
Like that's the only thing. That is the only thing that's keeping me going forward with WWE in regards to what has been displayed in front of me. All right, and so it's like if I was the kid to add up all the wrestling that I saw between the two, like if it wasn't for the fact that I'm just cheap and I don't feel like trying to pay for AEW at this moment, I'd be going and watching AEW and watching Battlegrounds later. But I'm gonna watch NXT first, and I'll come back to Battlegrounds. Hell, I might watch Battlegrounds while I'm at work tomorrow. But I don't want to do it that disservice because I know there's going to be some stupendously great wrestling on AEW. But I mean, anytime I get to hear Jesse Ventura do his thing, I'm happy when it comes to Saturday
I will
night.
agree. I will agree. And I want to end it off with saying this. Let me talk to you. The Mazuku says, what you gonna do, brother, when the next episode goes wild with the different catchphrases that you will hear from wrestlers? Oh yeah, dig it. And when you think about what catchphrases kind of always comes to you, every wrestler has that particular catchphrase that's really great, right? It's the one thing that makes them pop, is one thing that makes them stand out. And there are certain catchphrases that are stupid, funny, good, whatever. But I always got to ask the question, can you dig it, brother? Can you dig it? Can you dig it?
I'm not gonna lie, you were like all over the place for a moment, but like I like how you brought it back in. 'Cause I'm like, where is this going? What's happening right now?
The next episode is going to be all about the best catchphrases in wrestling. Every wrestler has a punchline, a catchphrase, or something of that nature. And I want to talk about what are some of our favorite ones. And that is going to be the vocal point of next episode, because we all got some of our favorites. I mean, shoot, I just said Jolie Styles is, oh my God, that's technically still a catchphrase.
Let's talk about it.
So, and that's one too. Let's talk about it. Or what do you want to talk about? Like everybody has.
Oh, what do you want to talk about? I can easily say the two phrases. So I was actually the one wrestling phrase that I say I have said constantly to this day. It's actually how I end my phone conversations. Is now, granted, it's not originally a wrestling phrase, but I started saying it because of Sting.
Mm-hmm.
And that was when in TNA Sting was going through his Joker phase.
Mm-hmm.
and he would get done saying something, blah blah blah, and then right before his music starts playing, ta for now, and then
What?
he would dip. And so, what did it
What?
not come through? Oh, you're doing. Oh, ew. That's a fave. Stop it. That's
No, that's
disgusting.
not. I was just. That's a catchphrase.
That's
What? Because
that's
Stone Cold
that's.
did it
Listen,
when he went
one
to
of the few catchphrases.
Whataburger.
It's one of the few catchphrases where it's like, damn, the universe would have been so much better without it.
No, that shit was funny when Austin did it. Cause you remember the time when he
Not
got on Nature Boy, he was like, he'll say, "Why do you like nature? What? Do you like boys? What? No, actually, don't answer that." Do you like nature? What?
the what chant is the worst.
It is okay. It's the worst in certain situations, right? Okay.
Nope. It's
So you
bad.
telling me anytime Austin did it, it was not cool?
The first two, yes. The rest, all right. Let's get it
Oh,
out. Let's get it out, please.
all
Like,
right. Anyway,
like I won't fret and say that like there were certain parts where it's like, okay, yeah, that was fun. But then when it continues, it's like, sure, it's fun when Austin's there doing it, but then when Austin hasn't been here forever and we're still doing it, that's when it becomes a pain, yeah.
okay, that's valid. That's valid. But guys, if you've tuned in this long, we definitely appreciate you as always. Again, you can catch us on all streaming platforms, especially Spotify, Apple Music, and always you see the video live here on YouTube. But please, matter of fact, going back to the topic of the conversation today, your top commentators of all time, and who would you want to see as a splash from different areas, whether if it's Lucha, TNA, ECW, WWE, New Japan, Ring of Honor, whoever was your commentators, could you splash two of them together, and what kind of magic would you create? We would love to see that in the comment sections as well. But
Your dream commentating team.
there you go, dream commentator team. And we'd love to see what those are in the comments so we can have the conversation and keep that going. So until next time, it's the Masaku.
It's your boy Swag Switch in the building.
And remember, while the ring is sacred, the podcast is nothing but destruction. And that's the bottom line because the Masaku said so. Have a nice day.
Oh, yeah.
See you guys next week.